Hi, I'm Sydney Rogers, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. We are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio. It is June 24th, 2020, and I am joined today by Jim Senacropi and Katherine Chase, Executive Director of the Cayuga Lake Wine Trail. It's Wine Wednesday, or,
we got Cider Wednesday.
Cider Wednesday.
Yeah. Last Wednesday of June.
Oh, yeah. Didn't realize that until this morning. But
And we're impending on plunging ahead into Phase 4 here in the Finger Lakes region, maybe by this weekend.
Well, here's some good news. Today's show is brought to you by CV Designs in Seneca Falls. They have officially reopened their doors and have numerous safety guidelines in place and offer masks and sanitizer throughout the store. They hope to see everyone soon. And if you are still feeling a little like you don't want to go in stores, they're going to continue to offer free curbside pickup, 24-hour local delivery, and free shipping to customers. The store hours are Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 4, and Sunday, 10 to 3. That helps with, the Phase 4 stuff. Some retail businesses were able to open up in the Phase 3, so we're getting to it.
There.
Right in the heart of, summer. Isn't it officially summer?
Yep, last Saturday.
Christine did something amazing to coordinate for the high school seniors at Minders.
Yeah, it was nothing short of amazing. She started it out with, she was going to give 2 senior girls, one from Waterloo, one from Seneca Falls, a shopping spree. They could get a whole outfit, jewelry, everything at her store, and then because it's 2020 and people get sensitive, I guess, someone made a comment about her singling out males, not letting any senior males get anything.
But she doesn't really have a male
She's
boutique.
a female boutique, so, she felt like she had to say something and she felt bad.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the whole community, came together and one after another, everyone just started donating stuff. Awesome. And it ended up being something like every single Waterloo female and male and Seneca Falls female
so
and
Waterloo
male
and Minders.
Yeah, say it that way. Yeah. Every single person won something.
Awesome.
It was crazy. Alumni were doing stuff, all different businesses, and it showed everybody come together for the seniors. So, and it all started with our favorite girl, Christine. Mm-hmm. So awesome. Kudos to her. I think everybody enjoyed that.
It's a big graduation weekend. We'll talk about it a little bit. We'll be live streaming. Finger Lakes 1 will be live streaming Minders.
Yep.
Graduation. There's going to be a lot of other live streams, so we'll get to that later. First, let's get drunk on a Wednesday.
I'm fine with getting drunk on a Wednesday.
There's a lot of cider here.
Yeah, this is a lot this time, and you have a spread.
I have a spread. Nice little flight. So I'm featuring 2 wineries today, Swedish Hill and Goose. They are both owned by the Peterson family.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So left to right is how we will be tasting.
Okay.
And I'll just read them off. You sip as you choose. So the first one is the Goose Flying High Dry Cider. They also have a semi-sweet option, which is 4.5% residual sugar. So this one is definitely less.
Okay.
It is also a double gold medal winner at a Florida wine competition. And I think medals on wine and ciders make them taste a little bit better.
Yeah.
And this cup that you gave me is the cutest.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, which side are we starting on? The Swedish
start with
Hill?
the left.
Or Goose Watch?
Yeah, Goose Watch. Yep.
Okay.
It is also the driest of our choices. So this is blended with New York State apples, both heirloom and newer variety apples.
Yum.
It is, the bubbles are by a second fermentation. So the other ones are carbonated. So the second fermentation happens, so after the first fermentation, there's a little bit of yeast left in the bottle, which produces more alcohol and carbon dioxide. Some carbons, probably not monoxide. If it's stored horizontally for a couple weeks at room temperature and then refrigerated, that's what makes the bubbles. So that's why it pops more. So the other 4 are only carbonated, so they don't last quite as long, so drink them up.
This is great.
Yeah, tell me.
Yep.
This is really good.
It is really good.
I thought, so this is the driest we're going to be trying. This is the
driest of our choices. And all apples are obviously naturally sweet, so even a dry cider is going to be sweet. And so the other 4 are from Swedish Hill's Donkey Kick line, named after their mascot, Doobie.
4 from Swedish Hill coming up,
4 from Swedish Hill. So they have a 4-pack.
Right.
I think you showed earlier. They come in a 12-ounce single-serving bottles, so you can buy them mix and match. 4 for a bottle, or 4-pack is $13.
Oh, wow.
I always thought that, cider should be single-serving bottles as opposed to like...
It's a matter of perspective. Maybe the other one is single-serving.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good point.
But you're right, because it doesn't last as long. But at least with a second fermentation, it lasts a little longer. But
Gotcha.
I find that the carbonated ones, they get flat, like a soda.
But it just seems like a cider is almost like a beer. You grab one,
Yeah.
and you drink it, and then you grab another one.
And a lot of them are. We talked about this last time you were here.
We
I think
did.
a lot of them are in the cans versus the bottles.
Cans or mini bottles, but some of the wineries, I think also because
Last
they already
month, though,
have
the
bottles.
ciders you brought were full bottles, like wine bottles.
750 mils, yeah.
Yeah.
But
both
if you're having people over,
Yeah.
then that's
It'll go
fine too.
quick.
But but it probably wouldn't save well.
No.
You can't recork it.
Not
Well,
really.
that just gives everyone.
just drink it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have on here one of those like champagne toppers that kind of tries to keep the air from coming out. I haven't tested to see how long it lasts. So on to our other four, the Donkey Kick Cider. So the first one is the dry rosé. It is the driest of those four. It has tart apple flavors, a crisp finish, and a touch of berry fruit aftertaste.
You sound like a tasting room specialist.
I'm supposed to. I also asked them for tasting notes.
This one really does taste fruity, like a fresh orchard. It's great.
Yeah.
Rosé cider.
Yeah. And so all of
Pretty
these
good.
are actually also New York State apples.
Love it.
I should hope so.
Yep. So the second one they call the Jacked Apple. It is their most traditional cider at Swedish Hill. Bright apple aromas, not too dry, not too sweet.
Jacked apple, huh?
Yeah. Jacked apple. Let's try it.
And the next one is Ain't No
That
Mule.
one tastes almost apple juicy compared to...
Jeez, you guys are going
This one
quick.
is similar to a Moscow Mule. It has the apples, the lemons, the gingers. So it's delightfully refreshing with bursts of flavor.
That's like
Ain't
gonna
no
be a
mule.
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 Well,
Yeah.
I've been just going.
Oh, you're
right
just
down.
chugging?
Yeah,
I'm just going down the list. I don't
going
know how
down the
fast
line.
we're
So I was
going.
like, I better
You're
hurry
finishing
up.
each one as you go.
Yeah,
And
I
the
am.
last one is the Blackberry Blast. It's the fruitiest of their cider. So it is their jacked apple with tart blackberries combined in it with a smooth finish.
Yum.
And the Ain't No Mule and the Blackberry Blast are actually the top two sellers of the four.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get to it then. Let me get to the
Yeah.
Ain't No
This is the
Mule.
Sorry,
Black-
I'm speeding.
You're not showing it yourself,
What?
You realize you're not showing
Oh, I'm
yourself?
sorry. There you go.
He's standing in the
It
camera
was fine
like,
for me. Less
"Ooh."
pressure for talking.
This is the Blackberry Blast cider right here.
Yep.
Wow, I definitely get the Moscow Mule taste of the Ain't No Mule.
Yeah, it's very muley.
I like it. Oh, okay, wait. I'm going to try this one,
I
too.
like
And then
how
we'll
they
get
have the
back.
different options because
get back to
cider is like wine. It's not just a generic anymore.
Right.
You can have dries and sweets
Ooh,
and
this-
flavors.
Well, that's what makes it
and-
fun, especially if
It-
you really
yeah.
love cider.
Yeah. And
Now,
I'm a cider fan. I really enjoy cider, especially when it's hot. It's so crisp and
Yeah.
bubbly.
I love it when
Ooh,
the
I do-
name actually matches the taste. So this Blackberry Blast cider, you do get a blast of blackberry.
Let me try again. Let me
You
see.
can smell it.
It's not overly sweet either. I was a little
No.
afraid. I've had it before, but it's been a while.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
surprised. I mean, I guess I thought that like the regular Jacked Apple cider would be one of their best sellers, and it's surprising
They
because
like
you
the
don't
flavors.
see a lot of the blackberry
It's
around.
not,
I don't think.
it's not syrupy either. Sometimes when
Yeah.
this is really all five of these are great.
What
They
I just
are.
did, I tried the Goose Watch, and then I jumped to a different Swedish Hill, and I could actually taste kind of the different way that the sparkling was added to it.
Oh,
you can definitely tell
from
that
the first two?
the cider is more effervescent
Yes.
than the other carbonated
Love
ones. So
that
it
word.
tastes like flat. Flat isn't the word I'm looking for, but it is a little flatter. It's just not quite as bubbly.
Right.
So it
I
wouldn't, like,
definitely
pop in
could
your
tell
nose.
when I went from the
Yeah.
first Goose Watch to the first.
So which one's your favorite? Have you tried them all yet?
Me, yeah.
They're all empty, just about.
I only have 2 left because I was just chugging them because they were so easy to drink.
Yeah,
but
they are.
honestly,
Jeez,
I love Moscow Mules a lot, so that one I like because it's a little bit different. But the rosé was really, really good too, and the first Goose Watch was.
The Moscow Mule smells amazing.
Yeah, it does. It really is a nice aroma. I like
Yeah.
the Jack. I think if I had to pick one, it would be the Jacked Swedish
Jack.
Hill Jacked
I have
Apple
some.
Cider. It's really
The one that tastes more, like
clean.
applesauce.
It tastes. You can taste the apples like straight
just
at you.
apples,
Yeah,
yeah.
straight at you. It's good.
I really taste applesauce.
I'm glad I don't have to choose.
But they're all good. Every one of these is very good. I would drink any of these. If I had to rank them, I would go the Jacked Apple, my favorite, and then maybe the Blackberry Blast, and then the Rosé. And I don't want to. It's just the type of mood I'm in. I don't want to say the Goose Watch doesn't match up. It does. It's just a different. This is more of a. Well, it's dry, So I guess I'm just not in the mood for dry as much as I am the sweet.
Sweet is a hotter temperature thing sometimes.
Oh yeah, but I always am like, do I want to get too sweet? Because will I be able to drink a lot of these if I want to?
You can, but you'll have a headache.
Yeah,
yeah. The sugar.
I can't have more than one cider, or I get heartburn and a headache.
Well, they're going down pretty easy and pretty sweet. So
they're very delicious.
I think I enjoyed every single one. I don't know if I can pick a favorite. I just
Come on, pick one.
Haven't had. Okay.
You only could have one.
It's just a faux competition. They are all delicious.
I will drink them all, but
we know that.
We can see that.
Ain't no mule. I like because I haven't had something like that.
Because it's so different, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had some, and I like Moscow mules, and this is so much easier instead of having to make my own Moscow mules. So I'm gonna go with that one, and I saved that one for last. I was trying to savor it.
It's fun to see the ciders. Cider industry locally is production is starting to get more mature. They're obviously very talented and able to produce these different and most of the wines use the local grapes. They're using the local We have plenty of grapes and apples around here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And I like how we're diversifying. So, somehow it's shocking, but not everyone does like wine. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I know, it's so weird.
But they could
get the cider, and there are the spirits like I brought on. And next month, who knows what I got up my sleeve. But, there's just is something for everyone everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not at one winery, but at the neighbors.
Well, no, it's true. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do much wine trailing because of the coronavirus. But when we do, there's always we will a lot of times go with a larger group. 8 to 12 to 14, and there's a small faction that makes sure we hit a brewery, and a small faction that wants to hit the distillery, and then now they want some cider too.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what are some of the new things that are happening right now?
Well,
because you guys can be open, right?
Yep. All 14 of the wineries are open for on-site consumption, but all 14 are kind of doing everything differently. It's just based on their business model, what they're comfortable with, and what they're able to do with their property.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to wear a mask everywhere when you go in.
Ugh.
And most of the wineries are doing kind of like a restaurant-style tasting. So you're greeted by someone, your group is taken to a table, you choose your wines, and you're served in that way.
And when
in
you're
a flight
sitting,
style, you're sitting.
You can take off your mask,
When you're sitting, you can take off your mask. And when you're tasting, you can take off your mask. Just when you're out and about, you need to have your mask on. Yeah. I know, but those are the rules, and it's...
What about outdoor seating and stuff? Do they have to have their mask until they're sitting?
Until they're sitting, yeah.
That would...
just because you're breathing and it's going everywhere.
Yeah.
I've had some experiences out in the wild. I've eaten at a restaurant. I'll fill you in on it. So last Friday, a good friend of mine is on the professional staff at Turning Stone, and so the course reopened. The golf course is opened at Turning Stone, and so we went up and played 36 holes, and then we had reservations for dinner at the Turning Stone Steakhouse.
Yum.
Steak.
And the golf courses were totally locked down in terms of signage and where to wear a mask and where not to. The staff was super on top of everything in terms of cleaning, and it was just and we put our masks on from the moment we got out of the car till we got to the practice tee. And then we went from there. We had to go to dinner, and to go through the dinner you had to go through the casino floor. The dinner itself in the steakhouse, you get in an elevator which you can only take 4 people at a time in the elevator. You go to the top floor of the tower, and then once you get up there, again, everything very regimented and locked down. But on that casino floor, it was a freaking mess. It was people everywhere, all over each other, full craps table. I mean, it was like shocking. Like I have not in this whole coronavirus been in a situation where I said, "Geez, I feel uncomfortable." Until then, I was like, "We gotta get out of here."
And that is why casinos are not opening in phase 4, most likely.
Yeah, because they're not, I guess, subject to state regulation the way that Del Lago is.
Weird.
Well, they're owned by it's an Indian casino.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Turning Stone?
Yeah.
Shows how much I knew. Okay, that makes way more sense. So you actually felt uncomfortable?
I don't feel uncomfortable with things like that usually, but I was like, and I looked at the guys I was with, like, let's get the heck out of here. This is crazy. And, the clientele, maybe not the most clean and conscientious. I don't know. It was just like, it was bad.
People who don't care, the people that are just like, you know what? Let's just go hover on top of each other and talk and breathe.
Casino's open. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen with the wineries.
It will not.
No,
they're
it's
doing
a different.
the best they can.
Everything's different.
Yeah, and masks are just for when you're up and about, and they're also limiting group sizes. Most of the wineries are size 6 groups
at a time.
Some of them are 10. Yeah.
Oh man.
I know a lot of larger groups that stinks, but like.
Well, you can split up.
It's a capacity thing. Some wineries aren't allowing splitting because they learned the hard way that groups who are split will mingle.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
But you can go one at a time tasting, and then when you go outside, you can mingle, right?
You can't mingle outside either. You have to still be separated, socially distanced outside.
See. Okay.
Yeah, it extends to outside, and with the threat of liquor licenses being pulled.
Yeah, that is a big thing. You want to comply.
And it's not them. I mean, that's their livelihood, so just respect their wishes. And
I'm just happy that here in New York State we're moving forward towards more normalcy. So I'm not normal. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm willing to take these extra precautions just to make sure, because elsewhere in the country right now numbers are spiking and it's crazy. So I would like to think this is kind of behind us for the most part. We keep on being a little diligent.
Yeah.
Heading towards the end of summer and school going back in session and kids going to colleges. I did go to dinner. I mean, I love going to restaurants, and this was a hard thing.
We know that.
So we went to the Osteria Salina in Auburn, next to Prison City Brewery there.
The best.
I've never been.
And we sat. Osteria Salina is one of my top 5 restaurants. Top 3 probably.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as they opened, I was there, and we sat on the sidewalk out front, and it was unbelievable. The weather was unbelievable. The food was unbelievable. The service was unbelievable. Now, when we got there, they checked us in from the sidewalk. You couldn't before you even got on the property. That's the maitre d'. It's usually inside. Now it's outside, and and everybody was distanced, and the wait staff, wore the mask. Obviously, it was great. I was so happy to eat at a restaurant.
The little things. For once in my life, my family is always like, you come, we can all have a big party. Now we have to be like, oh, how many people do we have?
Top 10 people in my family.
We're like, crap. Because my core family that we usually go out with is 8 of us right there. So we're like, sorry, guys. You have to sit at a different table. Are you guys doing events? Are you starting events back up?
So Buttonwood last Saturday started their Saturday afternoon music series from 1 to 4.
People, I'm sure, are very happy about that.
Especially the musicians. I know that they, took a hit as well. Hosmer, starting July 5th, will do music and mimosas on Sunday. So obviously music and mimosas from 1 to 4 every Sunday till Columbus Day. And I think as everyone else gets a little bit more comfortable with their new routine, they'll start introducing a little bit more that they had food-wise, because we can now eat again. Yes. The Thirsty Owl Bistro opened last weekend. They're open Thursday to Monday, 11:30 to 5, outdoor only for now. But why would you want to sit inside with a view like that anyway?
Right.
And Nap opens tomorrow, their restaurant. They'll be Thursday through Sunday.
Can you leave Cafe?
That's Seneca Lake.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I did see a post. They are opening.
Jim!
What, does Nap have a name for their...
It's just a Nap restaurant, or the Vineyard restaurant.
Oh, yeah. I think it's called the Vineyard.
I just call it Nap restaurant, but it's Nap Winery and Vineyard restaurant. And then Americana also has food on the weekends as well for now.
Great food.
Yay.
So and there's plenty of outdoor space at Americana.
There slowly. Yeah. But the biggest disappointment is that we are no longer pet friendly. We can't allow pets
Why?
inside anymore. They can be outside.
During the pandemic or forever?
During the pandemic.
Yeah.
Really, it's because they're so cute. Everyone will break all rules to pet a dog.
Right.
Wow, you
And-
don't think like that, but
They
you're
can-
so
'Cause
right.
You think about it, like people
Yeah.
swarm them, and so it's just a safety thing. You can have them on the property, keep them outside on like a shorter leash or a
That's
6-foot
fine.
leash.
Yeah.
Dirty animals.
But yeah, it
see what
stinks.
you did there.
But
That's okay.
it's
so,
it's only temporary. I know a lot of people probably aren't pleased with it, but
so we're getting there.
it's not our fault. Your dog is so cute.
Yeah, I won't bring my dog anywhere because I know my dog's the cutest. But so phase 4 is supposed to hopefully open this weekend, and that has outdoor zoos,
Yeah, there's so many of them.
botanical gardens,
Oh, yeah.
outdoor and indoor museums, aquariums. So
State historical sites. Yeah, aquariums. I can't wait to get to the aquarium.
yeah, so like that stuff's opening, but still there's no gyms,
No
there's no
movies.
movies,
Malls.
malls. Yeah, no
Which the malls, it's unsustainable. It's got to be killing them.
Speaking
yeah.
of malls, we saw that video that my sister took. Nike opened up at the outlet mall.
Yeah, now
today
the
for
outlet
the
mall
first
can
time.
open because that's not an indoor
Because they all
mall.
have
Yeah.
their own indoor
Right.
or exits, yeah.
But the line was like you see.
Well,
it
they
went
had killer
down.
deals from what I heard.
That's what we
They
said.
must
There
have
must have
because
been.
it was crazy.
It's all their
It was-
winter stuff on
It's
sale
like
that they
100
couldn't
people
sell.
in line.
Oh, well, who wants to get that right now? I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
but if it's a cheap price, you do.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll be 10 pounds heavier or 10 pounds a little less in the winter.
You know what? You
next
bought those
year.
new pants for winter. Take it easy over the summer.
But it was ridiculous.
Oh, I'm
People
sure.
were out to the parking lot all the way down. It was insane, and I was just like, "Is that really worth it to go to Nike?"
You know what?
And
I went to TJ Maxx a couple of weekends ago. I had been missing. I'm one of those who loves TJ Maxx, and we waited in line for maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, that's nothing.
But like, it's always so packed. You can't get down all the aisles, so it was actually quite pleasant, and I was totally
Yeah.
okay with waiting because I knew it was going to be for my benefit. Granted, people cannot read the arrows on the aisle, and then
The
they're
one-way
they're
sign.
scowling at me because I'm following the arrows and they're not. But at least there wasn't so many people, and so I think it's just going to make every business everywhere a little bit more enjoyable. Even at the wineries, you might have to wait if they're at their capacity, but there's going to be less people once you get in there, and it's going to be just way
Yeah.
much more enjoyable.
The
So
only
get
thing
a
that-
glass,
yeah.
wait in line.
Okay.
And,
the
you
only
know,
thing that's hard, and I like that, is being able to have a glass maybe while I'm waiting.
yeah, or
but,
slushy, yeah.
But we like to stay so long at places anytime I travel with my
It's too
pack.
bad now.
And it's like, will they be like, hey, you have like a 45-minute window and you have to
Yeah.
leave?
Some of them are trying to limit because per
Ugh,
the
so
guidelines, we're
hard.
not supposed to promote lingering.
Oh,
Which that's what wine tasting is. It's
Yeah.
lingering.
Right.
But they're 30 to 45 minutes. They're pushing it. That's plenty of time.
Well, I
Yeah.
personally haven't, thought about that as an option yet. Doing the wine trails. Normally, in a normal year, we would have gone to at least 2 weekends in May and June, at least, and maybe just a smaller group of just either me and my wife, or maybe a foursome. Just go out and hit up 1 or 2. Like that's just kind of what we do.
Yeah.
But we haven't. But now I got to remind myself that this is an option and that we probably should.
food, music.
Yeah.
Please support us.
Yes, we want to
And yourself,
support you
yeah.
guys. We definitely went a little
I'm
over.
not saying that we haven't
No, I
stopped
know.
drinking wine.
Oh, I know you
Who's
have.
ever gone to the winery?
I have. I've been completely alcohol.
Yeah. But I think I'm really into the new tasting experience. I like that it's kind of flight style.
I like
similar to a
flights.
brewery. You're
Yeah.
given some
I
of them are
prefer that
predetermined.
anyways, to be honest with you.
Some you choose, but you're given your wines, you're given the descriptions, and sip it at your leisure.
It is fun
or chugs.
checking off the
Sip.
boxes and stuff, but it's also nice when you just go in and say, okay, they prepared this flight for
Yeah.
me. They know better than me what how to get the full experience, so give me the flight.
True.
And
yeah.
maybe you'll try something you didn't think you liked, and you'll be genuinely surprised
Right.
that you did.
Picking is always
It's hard.
hard
You
for
always
me
go
'cause
to your
there's so
go-tos,
much.
but
Yeah.
lately now when I could wine taste, I would try anything new because I was always surprised at what I did find that I now liked. And
Well, that's what's
vintages
fun
changed
about it.
too, so
yeah.
I think it's going to be it's a good change. I
So
think.
the moral of this story is
change is good.
change is good. It's hard for people,
Yes.
but we have to embrace it. So you need to
Yes.
keep supporting
Yes.
and start listening to some music outside in
Yeah.
the summer days and eat some
Eat
good
the
food while you're drinking good local wines, ciders,
And
beers. Yes.
before we move on,
about it.
Jacked Apple Cider, like this is really good. It's
I wish I could enjoy it.
It's clearly
with you,
my
but I drank all
favorite
mine.
out of all of these.
There's some more over here.
Swedish Hill
I
Jacked
will get
Apple
up out of
Cider.
this chair right now to go
Yeah, so
drink
you could
more.
buy all 4 bottles in your pack, or you can buy them individually. They come in like a little cardboard carrier.
I like that.
I
That's
am going
always
to procure
fun.
myself some. That's
You definitely should.
For my personal taste, that's the best local apple cider I've ever
Cool.
had.
Wow.
The Jacked
awesome.
Apple Cider from Swedish
I'm
Hill.
glad I decided to do all 4. I don't know
I'm
how I
so
would have just
glad.
chosen
Right.
one. So I'm like, I have to do all 4.
Yeah.
They're all
got
good. They're all a little
Very
different,
glad.
but the Jacked is one that I could see myself
Since I
like
have
craving.
some,
and
I will sip it.
I
Yeah.
will drink all of them and then some. But I'm going to get into some photos because we decided to talk longer than
There's a
usual.
lot going on.
There is, and I love it.
We're going to
so
go over a half hour for sure.
That's
but
fine.
let's do
People
it.
like us, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully. We're going to start with the first one by Kelly Farrell, and she captured this tranquil shot during the day
hold on,
dry
I'm on the
spell.
Wrong one.
Wow.
There
Here
we go. Sorry.
Tranquil spot during the dry spell on Cayuga Lake. I like the angle we have working. It is very tranquil. I like that. So
It's a little ominous, yet tranquil at the same time. It's kind of, it's...
see,
I don't know
I'm
which
like,
it is.
I'm just getting off the lake. It's a nice warm day, and I stayed out all day. That's what I think
Yeah,
about
that's
this. Hard work looks different when you're in the water on a hot summer day. Photo by John Frisbee.
Oh, it's a beaver.
Oh, I
that's
get it now. I get the
adorable.
caption.
What was the caption?
Hard work looks different when you're in the water.
I see.
On a hot summer day. Does he have like a stick or
Yeah.
something?
Oh,
in his
yeah,
mouth?
he's busy.
He kind of looks a little like big.
Yeah,
I
he's
know
a
the
large
other
one.
Beavers are
close up.
big.
Yeah, they're bigger than you think.
I would
mean,
like
they
to
cut down
see a
trees.
beaver in action.
I've seen beavers in action. I've
I
seen them
haven't.
build
They're
dams.
quick workers, too, from around here.
We better learn from them. Rainbow after the rain near Honeoye Lake. Photo by Teresa. Ooh, I'm gonna butcher her name. Gilari. We're gonna go with that.
Huh? We went over this
Yeah,
before
well,
the
that
show.
was a long time ago.
Gilari.
Half hour ago.
That's fine.
Gilari.
That was 5 half glasses of cider ago.
And 30 minutes ago. Come on, I don't have brain capacity. It's a beautiful rainbow. I saw some great rainbows over the weekend, too, that were really nice. Enjoy those very much.
I was out on the lake Saturday and saw one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did
nice.
too.
Probably the
we were
same
on a
one.
different lake. Jeffrey Winter captured this cool shot over Canandaigua Lake. It looks like summer has arrived.
It sure has, Jeffrey.
I love those clouds. Those look really cool. A cool shot from Cayuga County by Todd Tanner. Let's see it.
There it is.
Oh, love
Those are
that.
clovers.
Yeah, they are.
That's
Those
a
are-
clover?
Those are
Yeah.
clover flowers, I believe.
I think so.
I think he's just so
Wow.
close they look bigger. I think he's down in the grass in a patch
The
of
like
clover.
sharpness and vividness of that photo is what
Clover
I
is an unwanted
Is it
weed in your turf grass.
Well, it looks beautiful in this
But
It's
the
shot.
not
bees
nice.
like it, so keep
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, save the bees.
Save the bees.
Storm clouds rolling in over Canandaigua Lake. Photo by Jeremy James. Ooh, yeah. We haven't had a really crazy storm yet, but I
Last
do love
night
summer
got
storms.
some nice rain here in Seneca Falls, which a lot of it's been missing us.
I was playing in a softball game and it was
When it
raining,
blew through?
but it was pretty good.
I got caught in a pretty bad storm a couple of days ago. Road was flooded because it came
Oh.
down so quick, so fast.
Oh.
And then it just stopped.
See, I like heat, thunder, and lightning during the summer. I don't think we get it that much,
Not
but
as often.
when you're on a beach, you do. Okay, this is a long one. A fawn and its mother stop at this pond in South Bristol most afternoons. While the doe patiently munches her lunch, the fawn loves to run loops around the pond and finds the catmint plants most appealing. This photo is by Nancy Jacobs. So
like
she
he's-
gets to document them all the time, I
Eating
bet.
a little catmint right
Oh, I
there.
love it. So close. Okay, we like that.
Catnip or catmint?
Catmint.
Mint. Catmint
Catmint
plants.
plant.
Never heard of that.
Me neither.
Learned something new over there?
Well, that
What are you looking at? This shot was captured at Elvi Farms in Newark by FL1 reporter Gabriel Petrozario.
good job.
Thank you, pronouncing his name. Oh,
He did a great piece
yeah,
on,
he did. They all graduated, right?
Yeah, about the cows graduating.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Dairy cows. It's interesting, it's a little look behind the
I like it.
scenes of the new upstate New York dairy industry.
It's
How-
a feel-good piece,
Yeah.
like the cows graduating.
We need those.
Gabe is phenomenal. He is
He
the
is.
best we've had in terms of he's an intern really, but he's performs well
Top
above
notch.
the level of your average intern. He's been amazing.
He wants a job.
He's
Well,
leaving us.
he's going to grad school at,
Yeah.
I think, the University of Maryland.
Oh,
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Something with an M. I think it's Maryland. We might be wrong, but who knows. And this is the last photo. That's good. As the storm cleared on Honeyway Lake, this shot was captured by Mike Cater. Wow.
That's good.
I don't like that because it
You don't like that?
It looks like it's going to downpour. Not like I don't think
Yeah,
it's a
but
good
we
photo.
need the rain.
Rain is good. Rain
All
is
right, you know the drill.
all of
What's our
mine
favorite?
that I starred to have animals in it.
I'm going to go
time.
with a beaver because you don't see them very much.
That's true.
Okay, she's going to take the beaver. Then
I had a second, but that's my number one.
I'm going to go with, actually, I starred this one and I don't even remember what it was. A cool shot from Cayuga County by Todd Tanner.
The clovers. I
Oh,
think.
yes, the clovers. That's what it was. Yeah, I love that. I'm going to go with that one.
Well, I agree. We haven't seen many beavers, and this is a really good beaver shot, so let's go with the beaver.
It looks so cuddly.
John Frisbee, it was his. The hard work looks different when you're in the water. Congratulations. Honestly, it is a great shot. I love it.
The water looks kind of gross, though.
Yeah, it
Not
does.
refreshing.
But it looks, I like the contrast of the dirty water and the beaver and the white polish.
I mean, I
hard
wouldn't say
work.
it's dirty.
Hard
It's
work.
just algae.
Yeah.
It's nature.
Ew, not the one I would want to get in the water.
He doesn't
Let
seem
the
to
beaver
mind.
be in it.
Beavers
Yeah.
are really just giant rodents.
Yeah, they really are.
Ew, weird.
And they chop down your
Everybody,
trees.
everybody had great photos again this week, and if you would like to share local photos, you can click on the link in the top right section of our homepage at fingerlakes1.com. Now, let's hear about the weather. Are we staying warm? Are we dropping? I don't think we're dropping anymore, but we have to worry about a lot of showers, I feel like, lately.
But we could use it, so.
Well, it hadn't rained in like 20 days until yesterday.
Yeah.
Right, and now it's all rain, I feel like.
Well, it's not, though.
Okay,
It's
you
not.
tell
Don't be
you
so
tell us.
negative.
Friday's going to be a beautiful day. Just a slight chance of showers, but otherwise sunny. High of 84 and a little breeze, 713 mile per hour wind out of the west. So that's pretty much perfect.
Yeah, that's a great forecast.
And then Friday night, that's when the chance of rain slightly increases to 40%. It's going to get down to about 64. Bigger chance of rain after 2 a.m. And then Saturday, this is the first weekend day we had in a while that may not work out too well for your outdoor plans.
Oh, no.
Showers are likely, 80% chance, and a possible thunderstorm after 2 p.m., high near 83. And again, the humidity's dropped starting today a little bit. So 83.
It's tolerable.
Yeah. 83 is,
take it.
should be beautiful. So hopefully that'll change a little bit. Right now it's looking like borderline washout Saturday. And then the rain will taper into the evening. It'll get down to about 66 overnight. And then Sunday's my pick day. Partly sunny, high near 82.
Love it.
Absolutely perfect
Yes.
day to head out to the Cayuga Lake Wine Trail.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Support them.
And then Monday, back to work, mostly sunny, high near 83.
That's a good day, though, too.
Yep, next week,
Yeah.
beginning of next week looks to be good too. So
Love it.
Can't complain. It's a
And-
warm rain. It's not going to be a cold rain on Saturday, so.
Yeah.
and then when you're looking at the calendar, first day of July is Wednesday. So next Wednesday
Yeah.
we'll be back here. It'll be July 1st.
Wow. And then, yeah,
What
people will
happened?
definitely be celebrating 4th of July,
Which is
I feel
a
like.
Saturday this year.
More than any of the, I would say, celebrations that went on during quarantine. I feel like
Yeah.
this one might be the biggest one that people start
It's all
getting
of
out.
them combined.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh,
Well, it's
boy.
graduation weekend too this weekend. So if your graduation set for Saturday, like for instance Waterloo High School, who's live streaming their presentation, you'll find the link on Finger Lakes One. Could be a wet one.
Yeah.
Whereas
Oh, yeah.
Minders on Friday night, that Finger Lakes One is actually live streaming that. We got some nice stuff planned for that live stream. They're doing it in 2 sessions. So one session, half the class and the parents, and then when that's done, that starts at about 6 o'clock. Then that'll last about an hour. Then they'll shuffle out. Another group will shuffle in.
Geez, that's so weird.
I'm
I
glad they were
know.
able to figure it out.
So the Vale of Victorian and Salutatorian, who we had on this show, the
did.
the fabulous Eller siblings,
Yeah.
twins, Margot and Michael, will give their speeches twice
Oh, okay. That's what I was
Which
wondering
is good
about
because
how
we're
it would go.
streaming it all. So what they want one for posterity, they get to choose the best one.
Of course. You always put them like against each other, like who did better.
No,
who
I just
did
mean
what.
that they both are going to give their speech twice. So one they would probably
Might be
prefer
better
better
than
than
the
the other,
other.
and that's
Yeah.
to be the one they'll choose to show their kids one day.
Yeah, that's cool.
Gotcha.
Maybe the first one they're nervous, second one they got it.
Yeah, first session at
They're gonna
6,
be great, I
second
know it.
session is supposed to be at 7:15. We got our full production there for it.
That'll be good. They just have to go to Finger Lakes 1 on Friday
You'll see
to
it.
find it. It'll be the top story, I'm sure.
It will be one of the top few stories
Yeah.
for sure.
Get some wine parents to celebrate.
And there's
Yes.
also we also want to look, if anybody out there is watching from any other school districts and you are live streaming your graduation, send us the link ahead of time so we can get it up so people can watch. We know of a ton. We're going to try to post as many as we can. So if you're not doing anything on Friday or Saturday, sit home on Finger Lakes 1 and watch them all.
Drink some wine, drink some ciders, and watch them all.
But
Man,
the
we
fun
didn't
thing
get
about
this.
that is that I get excited to think about to watch the speeches by the students or sometimes the guest
Yeah.
speakers. I don't know. So now it's an opportunity to watch so many of them if you want.
Yeah, that is true. That's exciting. Well, we definitely went over our time today, and we're okay with it. We had a lot of great ciders. Thank you for coming. I'm excited that the wineries are opening back up
They
to
are
their
too.
their
After
new
their
normal.
first initial apprehensiveness,
Yeah.
it was a lot to change.
So
for
if
them,
you don't
but
have any weekend plans, now
Make
you can be
them.
like, let's go out to some of the wineries.
Katherine, is there any, without naming any names, is there
boy.
any members of the wine trail that are really strained financially because
No.
of this? So they're all going to
Good.
make it through.
yeah, they've all
Yay!
made it. Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
I
We did
assume,
it!
I assume that several have applied for the relief from the
Yeah,
SBA.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
As much as they could. I mean, they had to lay off a lot of workers, but they still needed to keep some on. Production still went.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, the grapes were still growing. Wine was still
And that's
aging.
an essential
That was
business,
essential,
right? You
yeah.
can't just let the grapes rot
No.
on the vines.
Nope.
No. Oh, that's awesome.
A lot of times, someone was doing a lot of extra work.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the winemaker was doing other duties
They
as a
wouldn't
sign
normally, yeah.
because they couldn't keep so many people on. But if there's a will, there's a way, and they found it, which is
Yay.
awesome.
I'm so glad for all of you because we love those wineries
Yeah.
so much. And really, that's all the time we have today. So thank you for
See
joining us.
you in 30 days
Yes.
or so.
30
Katherine.
days. Thank you, everybody.
forget about
out
me
there.
this time.
We won't forget about you. We didn't forget about you. Nobody knew that until you just said
It just
that.
doesn't seem like the last Wednesday.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
doesn't.
It's because
came
it's
so
30
It's
days.
a full 6 days away,
it's
yeah.
weird,
It came so quick. But anyways, thank you everybody out there who watched with us. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back July next Wednesday. And until then, have a great weekend here in the Finger Lakes.